Twice as nice today at Historic Kicks Field. It's the Edenton Steamers and the Greenbrier Knights locked in a doubleheader, the first of back-to-back doubleheaders for the Steamers at home. It's a Premier Collegiate Eastern Division showdown, the first of 2 in 2 days, 7 games, 5 days. Let's absolutely ride a homestand for the ages here at Historic Kicks. Adam Fun alongside myself, Edenton, bringing you through all of that this week. And Adam, it's coming a day after a rough one on the road.
Yeah, just nothing seemed to work. Just stay back. First game is sensational now. Shut down. Pretty hot. Turn around and flush that with the comfort of their own coming back.
Home is a welcome sight for this team, and what it looks like right now is nobody's probably going to get it tomorrow. Looking at this stretch, what is the most difficult part of so many games?
I'll say it before and I'll say it again. It comes down to pitching. Good week. Daniel Brandon. It's not having a strong start. It's becoming a domino effect for the Steamers. It's limited to more and more bullpen arms to the point where they'll run out. So a lot of weights on the starters, especially Daniel Brandon. He made a few for game 2.
Let's get this one started. Daniel Brandon's first pitch inside 1-0. 1-0. In there for
and Daniel Brown. You guys stay cool out there and have a cold.
Season. Come on, Scotty! 0-1, 4 of them starts, 15 innings pitched, 12 strikeouts in that time. 1-2 misses high.
And Angie, knowing the cause problems for Steamers.
2-2 missing now, running that count full. I can understand we're having a bit of technical difficulties going on here, so we're ironing that out for all of you back at home as Hanshi walks. I believe we got that one set for all of you now back at home. We'll let us know rather, if still having these same problems. Adam Fine, myself, Ray Dunn, might actually be coming a little loud to you right now. As Hanshi walks to start this game. Putting a runner on, bringing up Max Lucas. Lucas from Panola College.
And Daniel Brandon struggling finding the zone so far. Walks lead to hits. We learned that the hard way last night.
Popped into the air over at second base. Looks like Casey Hare making the play, and there is one away.
Good job working back for Daniel Brandon, getting the pop out there.
Jose Cazorla coming to dish, designated hitter. He's had a couple of nice hits here at Historic Kicks this season. Runner goes. The first pitch, that's inside. The throw down to second is in time to get him. And there are 2 away as Hanshi's caught stealing.
And you can see Daniel Brandon pointing to Case Kermode, say, thanks for having my back. It's a big out. And now Cazorlo's bat. Now in a much tougher spot.
1-0, a swing and a miss, 1-1.
Yeah, Case Kermode could have not put that ball in a better spot. Right on the money. Made Casey Hare's job of applying the tag much easier. Textbook.
1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Cazorla swinging out of his shoes at that slow curveball. That's what Daniel Brandon will do to you. That slow, loopy curveball looks like a beach ball, but slowly shrinks to the size of a baseball once it reaches the plate.
It's got to be frustrating.
Yes.
Take your hand at a beach ball. That one tries to turn up the heat and coming low and in, even the count up at 2.
Yeah, because sometimes when you see that ball up in the zone and it's super slow, you get really excited and put a big swing together and end up with just wind.
Full count now.
You're Brandon here. You do not want to lose Cazorla. Already had the steal thrown out.
This one flown to right field, hip going back to the track, and this one is gone. A solo home run for Cazorla puts the Knights on the board. It's 1-0 Greenbrier here in the top of the first.
Well, Cazorla kind of read my mind. In these doubleheaders, 7-inning games, the long ball and the power bats are that much more important. Cazorla makes a dent in this first inning. The silver lining, though, Ray, Case Kermode, with his incredible throw down to second base, saved a 2-0 lead to a 1-0 lead.
Something they might not talk about later on tonight, but we'll absolutely remember. Warren Bailey, the first baseman, coming to bat. First pitch grounded over towards third. That's a fair ball. Haney's got the throw to first, up the line. Mustaine's got it, tags him out, and that will do it for the inning. But not before the Knights take a 1-0 lead on a Jose Cazorla solo home run. One run, one hit. We head to the bottom half of the first inning here on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Bottom of the first inning coming up here at historic Hicksfield. The Greenbrier Knights holding a 1-0 lead after a Jose Cazorla solo shot in the first. Adam Fine alongside myself, Ray Dunn, in the booth. Leading off for the Steamers, it's Chase Bruno. Bruno at shortstop this evening. Bruno Cole Kermode. Let's get this game started.
Chase Bruno named to the All-Star team. One of a few from the Clams.
Yes, we'll have our full list published for you to see very soon. As Bruno popping this one up in there on the first pitch down the right field line. And it's kind of no man's land. Right fielder able to come on and make the catch. And there is one away.
Well, that Bermuda triangle down the line right in right field is always difficult. Almost a collision there. Had me almost out of my seat there.
Colt Taylor getting the start for the Knights. Taylor been kind of their big game pitcher as of late. He's took on the Steamers Monday, July 12th. Pitched 5 innings, took the loss in that game, allowing 3 earned. Also pitched 5 on July 3rd against the River Bandits, allowing 1 earned. So they're trying to throw him in these bigger divisional matchups. As for matchups with hitters here, doesn't look much bigger than Hunter Cole in this Steamers lineup. He cuts and misses.
Yeah, Hunter Cole, he's going to be an important piece in this long homestand for the Steamers. His bat is the biggest one on the Clams roster, and he's going to need to have a really big week if the Steamers are going to look to take first place in the standings. Hasn't hit a home run in Hunter Cole standards a long time.
2-1-2. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Did get finally a night off last night against Wilmington. It's a lot of baseball.
Yeah, Marshall McDonald looking to have him well rested, because we're going to see him in every single one of these doubleheaders.
Pitch inside, runs the count full. And for Cole, he's kept his average at .333. He's getting on base today for a .38 clip. Full count pitch to him, popped into the air. On the infield, shortstop coming in. Kids trying to distract him, not going to be working out for them the way they want to see that finish up. Catch made, 2 away.
Well, I like the distraction technique there from the kids. You know how they say a 12th man. I guess we got a 10th man out here in Edenton. Any way to help, I guess.
Yeah. Any way you want to try and help out, you can. Kermode coming to bat. First pitch. And there for a strike. 0-1. For Kermode, he's hitting .250, .340 on base percentage. 3 home runs, 12 RBIs, and he takes this one to center field. And that will do it for the inning. Steamers go 1, 2, 3 in the first. No runs, no hits, nobody left. We head to the second here on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel with the Knights up 1-0. Top of the second inning coming up. Shane McCarthy leading off for the Knights. 5, 6, 7 coming up. Miles Webb, Carter Johnson on deck and in the hole for this team. The two-way, McCarthy playing in left field as Daniel Brandon back on the mound, and his first pitch high and away, 1-0.
A lot of two-ways in this Premier Collegiate League. See some on Tarboro. We'll see some with Greenbrier.
1-0 just behind that one. Fouls at 1-1. People looking anxiously at the parking lot.
We had a couple cars hit last night in Wilmington. Luckily, Ray, yours was not one of them.
Mine was very far away from where foul balls were as McCarthy cuts and misses that one, 1-2.
Yeah, I like to park back under the tree. You know, use the tree as some protection, I guess, from flying projectiles.
It's a good strategy. The 1-2 pitch, foul, back, this time towards the homes across the street.
A lot of souvenirs for those houses back there, I would assume. It'd be pretty sick to live back there.
It would be. So someone really catches the foul ball as McCarthy cuts on that one and misses. He is struck out. The first strikeout for Daniel Brandon this evening.
And he looks at Miles Webb and kind of moves his hand up as if he's motioning for that up pitch for Miles Webb to leave off, because he now took a couple hacks at that high fastball that Brandon is throwing.
Yes, that does bring Miles Webb to the dish and takes one for a ball, 1-0. We've seen quite a bit of Webb, left field, right field, and those corner outfield positions for the Knights. Tonight, it's right field. One. Breaking ball missing. 2-1.
Interesting tonight, Ray. Daniel Brandon's hat is staying on his head.
Foul back. 2-2. You're right.
What do you think has gotten into that?
Maybe a new hat.
Maybe he had a new walk-up song, new hat, maybe.
Changing the entire vibe.
Yeah.
2-2. This one. Cued up to shortstop as Bruno fields it, throws him out. There are two away.
Nice play by Bruno there. A little jam shot there, but induced by Daniel Brandon. That fastball's got a little more velo than I'm used to seeing out of him. Shane McCarthy was late on a lot of the fastballs he faced, and now Webb getting in on the hands there.
The adrenaline of the late season ramifications of this start might be kicking in. Find a little bit more.
Yeah, maybe it's the hat. When it stays in your head, you get more like aerodynamic.
Maybe. 1-1. Carter Johnson. Third base. 1-1 from Brandon. Cut on and miss. 1-2.
Well,
there
maybe,
you go.
Yeah, maybe not aerodynamics, because the hat came off there, and Johnson was late on that fastball. So we'll have to find another reason for the uptick in velo.
1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. A pair of strikeouts in this top of the second inning for Daniel Brandon. 1-2-3 go the Knights. They lead 1-0 with the Clams coming to bat when we come back on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Bottom of the second inning. Coming your way in just a second. Before we get there, the new 2021 Edenton Steamers merchandise has arrived. There are plenty of ways for you to pick up your new Steamers gear. You can visit edentonsteamers.com and place an order. Stop by Sound Feet Shoes of Edenton or head to the merchandise trailer located behind the first base dugout at historic Hicks Field. Thank you for your support and repping your Steamers gear. Trailing 1-0. Steamers coming to bat 4-5-6. Joe Haney, Jackson Hip, and Casey Hare. Triple H coming at you. Do up this inning. Joe Haney rocking out to a new walk-up song tonight.
Ray, I like this song.
I'm a fan as well, and I think this is the exact mood you need to just send one over the scoreboard.
I mean, I think Joe Haney is always in the mood to send one into the scoreboard, but this definitely helps. You know a song is good when the player takes a long time to walk up to the batter's box so they can hear the most of the walk-up song as possible.
Tips that one in the glove, 0-1. I did intentionally leave about an extra 10 seconds what I usually cut for a walk-up song for him, because once you let the entire song go and you kind of vibe with it. And
you don't want to stop.
No, you don't. 0-1 in there, 0-2.
Well, that was the pitch to send over the scoreboard. Inside fastball. Now Joe Haney's going to have to battle. I think any type of single would satisfy him here.
And the 0-2. Inside, 1-2, and Haney hitting .257, getting on base today, 426 clip. Home run, 13 runs batted in.
Another all-star in Joe Haney.
The 1-2, outside, 2-2.
Very impressive for a freshman to make the all-star team.
Pitch. This one line down the right field line and foul.
A lot of oohs and ahs tonight from the crowd, Ray. Any type of barrel, any type of, the ball, any type of contact, anytime the ball hits the bat. The kids down below in the front row are very, very excited. It's going to be a fun one tonight.
It's going to be a fun one tonight. You got a nice, active, engaged crowd, a lot of kids. It's the 2-2 to Haney. Is flared out to the left. Left fielder coming on a few steps, making the catch, and there is one away.
Well, Haney worked a good at-bat, but Cole Taylor put that one right on the black. Not much Haney could do with that one.
Taylor right now has just gotten the ball up in the air and not particularly hard contact either. All 4 outs. Just pop up, fly out. Not well hit.
Yeah, exactly. He's a weak contact type pitcher. That's what he's showing tonight, especially when you can put the ball on the black, on the corner, especially on 2 strike counts. That's how you induce weak contact of all sorts. Here's someone that does not like weak contact, Jackson Hip.
First pitch to him, bounce it in.
Might need a cutoff man for that one. That bounced a good 15 feet before the plate.
Yeah, I don't think that's where he intended that one to go.
Nah, just a bit low. It's not cricket. It's baseball.
1-0, taking up the middle, a base hit for Hip. 1 out base runner for the Steamers.
Well, quite the swing from Hip. That was not even close to the zone, and he just kind of tomahawk chopped that one right in center field. Definitely not weak contact, to tell you that.
Whatever works. That'll bring up Casey Hare. The second baseman in tonight's ball game. And Hare, we love to update everyone on how the on-base percentage leaderboard looks, because the race has been fascinating through a couple of guys, and Hare's been one of those at the top. He is now back in the lead as he takes a strike, 0-1. He's at 442.004, higher than Hunter Cole's 438.
We got a race on our hands.
We do. And it might only be us that enjoys this daily updating tracker, but I am all in on the on-base competition. 0-1. One's away, 1-1.
Casey Hare's on-base percentage, another large part to the reason he is named an all-star as well. The up-the-middle duo, Casey Hare and Chase Bruno on that all-star team. Separate teams, but all-stars.
Hey now, you're a couple of all-stars. Throw over.
It's not like the major leagues where everyone from each league, or each division, per se, but mix it up a little bit.
Hip, couple of steps off of first. Pitch to Hare is grounded. Second base, chance for 2. Step in there, 1. Throw over, a double play, and that will do it for the bottom of the second inning. Steamers do get a hit, but leave none. A double play to wrap this up. Knights leading 1-0 as we head to the third on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Jordan Daddio leading things off for the Knights. 8-9 hitters. Daddio, Thomas Crandall, and then the top of the order with Trent Hanchy due up for this inning. Daniel Brandon still on the mound. And a real bounce back second inning for him after allowing the home run to Cazorla.
Yeah, I mean, this has like been the story for the Steamers all season long. Every pitcher, it seems like, every once in a while might have a shaky first inning and follows it up with a strong second inning. I wouldn't even say Daniel Brandon struggled in the first. Got to tip your cap to Cazorla. Opposite field home runs are not easy. And besides that, he's been sharp.
One now to Daddio. Brandon's pitch. Flown to center field. Catch is made. There is one away.
You can see Jackson Hip turn around and take a little jog over to the Bud Light sign. Is good call by Aaron Copeland. Some quick outs here for the Steamers and the Knights. Been some quick innings so far.
Already in the third. It's 5:30 as pitch from Brandon missing one and Thomas Crandall up to bat.
We should keep another stat, Ray. Check this out. Every time Daniel Brandon loses his hat tonight, what's the outcome? And then versus when he keeps his hat on.
All right. Well, you just signed yourself up for that. Congratulations.
I'll work on it.
Okay. Two-0. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Two-one. Just missing. 3-1. Brandon coming off an impressive spring at West Virginia State. Gets the swing and miss right there, 3-2. We've talked about it every time he takes a member. That 275 ERA. It's a weekend starter for a conference champion. Came here with all the confidence in the world. You see it every time he pitches. He just wants the ball.
Yeah, he's a dog up on the mound. Big time competitor.
And this team loves him.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely got to be a fan favorite, a team favorite in the clubhouse.
This one line to left field, out to left center, and it's going to one hop off the wall. Copeland's got it in center. The throw to second base, not going to be in time as Crandall slides in there with a double. One out, and a runner in scoring position for the Knights.
Yeah, but going back to Daniel Brandon, he's obviously got his teammates back from West Virginia State, Ryan Kay and Tyrus Bumgarner. The three of them are very close, but he's become very close with almost everyone from all types of backgrounds here on this team. It's National Scotty Day whenever Daniel Brandon is taking the mound.
Tran Hanchey walked his first time up, was thrown out trying to steal, now coming to bat. First pitch to him misses, 1-0. Taking a peek back at second. His 1-0 is cut on a miss, 1-1.
I like what Hanchey's rocking here. The all-white helmet, the white leg guard, the white cleats. Kid knows how to dress.
We haven't had a good conversation from you about that recently. That one's taken into right field. Green light coming around third. Hip throw into the plate. The throw is not in time. Now Hanchey trying to take second base, and Case Kermode guns him down again.
Well, there's a silver lining, and that's Case Kermode. He's having himself a day back there. I bet you every fan in the stands was like, oh no, when Jackson hit threw that ball home, but Case Kermode said, oh, don't worry about it, I got us.
You do not run on Case Kermode.
No, you do not. You would think they learned that in the first inning, but still a Hanchey with a great adjustment on that curveball. A curveball that very few have figured out how to hit. Hanchey doing a good job there.
Bring up Max Lucas, and quickly the count 1-1. These starters for the Steamers just love quick games. Seem like very busy people and need to get to work very quickly.
Indeed, indeed. None other than Daniel Willey, the quickest worker on the mound I've ever seen.
That pitch, gonna catch Lucas. He'll head on down to first. 2-out base runner for the Knights. Now bring up Jose Cazorla, first time around. A solo home run. Opened up the scoring as Kermo going out to talk to Brandon.
Well, solo for a reason. We talk about Case Kermode plenty this game. I'll mention him again. That huge out by Case Kermode is really coming back to help the Steamers big time in this 7-inning game. Is Jose Cazorla's solo shot would be a 2-run shot, and without Case Kermode here in the third, you'd have 1 out and 2 guys on instead of 2 outs and 1 guy on. So the unsung hero so far, Mr. Kermode behind the dish.
We've spent so much time past couple of weeks talking about his hitting and what he's been able to do at the plate. Sometimes gets lost in the shuffle just how good he is back there as a catcher. First pitch from Daniel Brandon there for a strike, 0-1.
Good start. You need to attack Cazorla. Don't try and be too cute with him. The pitch you can be cute with, however, the curveball. Cazorla is all over the place with that curveball. His last at-bat.
Liner into right center, a base hit. Copeland, that gets past him and gets to the wall, tripping around Second is Lucas, and he'll only get into third base. First and third because Cazorla had to wait up and see what Lucas was doing once he tripped.
Well, with Copeland's original route to the ball, he missed it. Wasn't too far from the wall, so it wasn't a big deal, but that will offset as Lucas takes a tumble around second. And the result renders the same regardless of both little mishaps in the field there.
Cancel each other out right there. Warren Bailey coming to bat. Ground out to third. First go around. Chance to drive one in. Pitch low and in.
And there's Case Kermode again. That pitch was set up in the outside corner. Ended up low and away. And Case had to adjust his glove and his body to be able to block that and save another run. And now with that long single from Cazorla, Hanchey would have scored if it wasn't for Kermode.
Ground ball through the hole, a base hit. Lucas going to jog in and score. That'll make it 3-0 in favor of Greenbrier. Still 2 on with 2 out.
The Steamers are just a little bit out of sync today. You can see Case Kermode kind of put his hands up like what is going on, as that cutoff should have been lined up for 3. Instead, it lined up for 4 at home. Mustang was the cutoff when it should be Chase Bruno coming across in front of behind the mound, excuse me. So just not really quite locked in or in sync today. And especially hurts when the Greenbrier Knights are putting on together their best offensive performance that we've seen against the Steamers so far this year.
Yeah, most certainly. And this offense really going to need to wake up now. Already down 3 in what's the middle portion of the game in the third inning. You know, you're not getting that cushion. There's been a couple of times where the Steamers have had some late inning rallies that have brought them past Greenbrier this season. You're not getting that 8th, 9th inning. It's going to have to happen soon. But that's looking down the line right now, just looking in front of you. Need one more out here from Daniel Brandon, as you mentioned. A lot of pressure on him to go deep into this game. Shane McCarthy now up at the dish. 0 for 1 with the strikeout. Takes a strike there, 0 and 1. This one up the middle, a base hit. Cazorla getting the stop sign around third. That'll load the bases.
I tell you what, Ray, a very smart stop sign at that. They know how Copeland can throw it out in center. And he came up looking like he was a man on a mission. So the Greenbrier Knights avoid running into another out this inning. But they just keep raking. Anything Scotty's throwing, they're hitting.
Miles Webb, ground out first time up, now up with the bases loaded. And his first pitch is driven to left field. Hunter Cole drifting back, going to the warning track, and makes the catch on the warning track. A sigh of relief for Steamers fans. Comes after the Knights put up 2 in this inning, but leave the bases loaded. We head to the bottom half of the third inning. Knights 3, Steamers nothing on the Steamers YouTube channel. Welcome back to Historic Hicks Field. Steamers Bats coming up in just a second. Before we get there, do you have a slow computer, broken cell phone? Get personal professional help at Edenton IT, located at 203 South Broad Street, right here in downtown Edenton for all your computer and cell phone repair needs. Again, that's 203 South Broad Street, Edenton IT for all your computer and cell phone repair needs. Knights holding a 3-0 lead. Through 2.5, bottom of the third coming up. 7, 8, 9 in the Steamers order coming to bat. Here's a bat the Steamers would love to get hot right about now.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Ray. The Clams really need Copeland to step up and be a leader at this back end of the order.
First pitch to him, up and away, 1-0.
And interesting there, Ray. You can see the catcher, Daddio, set him inside there on Copeland. That's a bold strategy. Copeland, quick hands.
1-0 in there, 1-1. For Copeland.
Went back outside there, but that was a little surprising to see him set up in on the plate.
Sitting 216, 284 on base percentage. He takes another one in the zone, 1 and 2. 3 home runs, 6 RBIs.
And those 3 home runs for Copeland kind of came like 1, 2, 3 in the matter of a week.
Drives this one foul out of the ballpark.
Quite the line drive. We've seen Haney rip one foul. Now Copeland. I think the Steamer Bats are starting to figure it out a little bit. They just need one to fall to start a rally.
1-2. Bouncing in. Evens count up at 2.
Now I'm not sure how easily you can notice this, but Aaron Copeland is up on the plate, is as much on the plate as you can get. Right on. There's really no line, but he's on the imaginary line. I think he trusts his hands to swing at one, even if it's inside.
2-2 well upstairs. 3-2. Drawn by Daddio getting to that one.
That was, quite the ups there from Daddio. Well, I wonder what his vertical jump is. Wasn't really a vert, but it was more just to get up quickly. That equipment's heavy.
Oh, you're right. Full count pitch. Grounded, and this one foul going towards the ticket booth. And now a collection of kids going to try and make a souvenir out of that one. So we'll do the full count all over again. Taylor winds, kicks, and delivers. This one flown to left field. Carthy under it, and there is one away.
Yeah, Copeland just didn't get all that barrel there. Got a little jammed. Still worked at quality AB. Now it's up to Mustang.
Yes, Jacob Mustang coming to bat at first base this evening for the first game at least. Hitting 188, 371 on base percentage, pair of home runs, 7 RBIs. First pitch to him. Missing. 1-0. In right field last night for the game against the Sharks. Made quite the throw from right field.
He's got a little bit of a cannon out there. There was one play even later in the game where Mustang caught it and was looking to come up and throw, and the Sharks' third base coach held their runner up at third, saying, yeah, we don't want to test that again.
Quickly ahead 3-0, and Mustang no stranger to walks, the highest walk rate on the team. That's why when he's hitting 188, his on base percentage is still up to 371. Really good job, really good eye. These working counts. 3-0 to him. Called a strike, 3-1. Taylor's pitch. Foul tip in the glove, 3-2.
Well, just like that, we have another 3-2 count. A lot of these this season.
Full count offer. Swing and a miss. Mustaine is struck out, and there are 2 away. Jacob Bishra coming to the dish, designated hitter this evening's game. And he's been all over for this team. At first, at third, behind the plate, designated hitter. He's definitely filled a need since arriving here later in the season.
Hey, it's kind of like a stretch 4 in basketball. I don't know how accurate that analogy is, but for our basketball fans out there, correct me if I'm wrong, but he can play it all. He's a big guy, so that's why you call him a 4, but he can play infield, he can catch, he can throw. He can do it all. He can also hit.
He most certainly hit.
And he can dress. APR, appearance rating off the charts.
Grounds 0-1 foul 0-2. I know he's one of your favorites. Brian Hommel was one of your favorites when he was here this summer.
Yeah, that Nike arm sleeve that Bishra here is rocking, I like it. I'm a fan. Louisville Slugger bat, leg guard, and the beard is a big piece as well. See, I can't grow that out, for at least to look good. So I kind of stay away from that. But Bishra can sure rock it.
It's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. No, I said that's a shame. No, that's not the same.
I know you can rock a nice beard.
0-2. Up and away. 1-2.
If you guys wanted to check it out, look at Al Sports Update on Twitter, Ray, for when they were going into quarantine. Just if you can scroll back to March 2020, you'll find a nice tweet of Ray growing it out big time.
If I wasn't going to be on TV, I was going to see how much of a beard I could get. 1-2 to Bishrat. On up near his head. Ducking for safety. Evens count up at 2.
I'd be honest, Ray, if that ball hit Bishrat's head, I'd be a little concerned for the ball rather than Bishrat.
Yeah, no, 100%. That one wasn't traveling very fast. Big man. I'd take Bishrat versus that baseball. Two. And the baseball decided to test what you had said, and it does hit Bishrat. Trot on down to first. A 2-out base runner for the Steamers.
Well, yeah, kind of took the words right out of my mouth there. But then again, I will say, nice to hit him in the back rather than in the head. We've had too many concussions on this team.
He just wasn't getting the break he liked on the pitch before, and he went back to it. And
a little more break, just breaking into his back.
Yeah. Chase Bruno coming to bat. Flew out. First go around. First pitch. Low and away, 1-0. Catch the outer portion of plate, 1-1, and the Steamers bats this inning, working good ABs is Aaron Copeland getting to 3-2, Mustaine getting to 3-2. The third ball to Bishrat ends up hitting him in the back. We get time here.
Now I gotta say, Ray, the one on the Steamers, the hitter that works that bats the best, gotta be Chase Bruno. Walked a couple times against Peninsula. Homered against Peninsula. He plays up to his competition, unlike anyone else on this team. And also, there was one at-bat I remember specifically because we were walking down from the press box because our stream was unfortunately not working, and I got to watch from the stands view Bruno get into an 0-2 count and then work a 10-pitch walk.
Pretty good at what he does. He lines this one into center. Catch made, and that will do it for the inning. No runs, no hits, one left. We head to the fourth. Knights up 3-0 on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Top of the fourth inning, about to get going here at historic Hicks Field. Carter Johnson leading off for the Knights. Daniel Brandon still on the mound. Johnson struck out his first time up back in the second. First pitch to him is low, 1-0. It's time for everyone's favorite part of the broadcast. We're going with our trivia question, and we've alluded to some All-Stars and All-Star announcements on the verge of being made entirely public by our account in the coming days. 1-1 now to Johnson. So let's bring you back to the first ever All-Stars for the Steelers. How many did they have in the 1999 CPL All-Star game?
Clever. Good question, Ray. Let's see how much. We should have a timer on it now for our devoted fans who know so much about the clams. Whoever answers the correct answer first should win.
See, but then you're just eliminating a lot of people from trying.
Good point.
We want everyone. This is an environment we want everyone to try and make a guess here.
Listen, I'm a competitive guy.
We understand. We
Whoops.
know. Full count to Johnson. Brandon's pitch. It's up, tipping that one. Wasn't so sure. Ends up committing by way of where the ball ends up.
Weird kind of check swing type of thing there. Couple balls coming back towards us in the press box.
3-2 from Brand. Low, ball 4. The leadoff man aboard by way of the walk. Bringing up Jordan Daddio, who flew out his first go-around in the third inning. Bullpen quiet. Nothing doing there right now.
As expected, I think the goal at least was to have Scotty go 5 or 6. And I think the readjusted goal as the game's gone on is, let's say, the 5th. So 2 more for Daniel Brandon.
Behind the count to Daddio. 1-0. His pitch missing. 2-0. It's 2-0. Popped into the air. Mustaine looking at it for first base line and makes the catch. That will put one away in this top of the fourth inning. Bring up Thomas Crandall. Doubled. Came around to score in the third, and he kicked off what was quite a rally for the Knights. His double was followed up by a single. And then Max Lucas hit by a pitch. 3 straight hits after that. And look up, only 2 runs coming across in that inning. But gave some insurance to Cole Taylor and this Knights team. As Brandon's pitch is lined into center field, a base hit. Johnson moving up to second. They're now 2 on with 1 out.
Crandall staying hot. Good swing there, staying through the middle of the field. Pretty impressive for the 9-hole hitter to find these 2 barrels. And now sets up the dangerous Trent Hanchey.
Hanchey's walked and singled. After the walk, he was thrown out stealing. After the single, well, he tried to extend that into a double, tried really to move up on defensive indifference, and Case Kermode said, "No, thank you. I'm going to actually be very contested about this and try and throw you out." And he did.
Yeah, exactly. Case Kermode has had Hanchey's number so far.
I guess the next step would be a drop third, throwing him out at first. Line this one, first base side and foul.
Or we could pull a switcheroo and have Hanchey be thrown out at the plate from an outfielder with the tag applied from Case Kermode. There are a plethora of options.
Yeah, I'm just thinking if he comes around scoring, that means the 2 in front of him probably ended up scoring.
Maybe in the later innings then, Ray.
All right. I like that idea later on then. Bookmark it and keep it for later. 2-1 now. If there's any one of your teammates you wouldn't want to have to run on, Adam.
Allen Brown.
Allen Brown?
Easy. I mean, Case Kermode is doing it tonight, but Allen Brown is the known defensive catcher on this team. Case Kermode known for his bat. Allen Brown known for his defense.
Swing miss. Now Kermode going down to second. That one going to drop out of Bruno's glove and just moving Johnson on down to third. He had been far enough off of second where he just figured it was worthwhile to try and take third, and the ball bouncing in coming out of Bruno's glove made that happen.
Yeah, I mean, I think Case Kermode heard me talking about Allen Brown and wanted to try and make a play and impress. And he put the throw on the money. Chase Bruno just couldn't handle it. Almost took off Scotty's head there on the mound. That would have been problematic.
2-2, Sky to center, and Copeland now going back, making the catch. And Johnson going to tag up and score and make it 4-0. And now you can see what you won't see in the box score later is the just altering of that play on the scoreboard right now.
Yeah, I mean, if Crandall was, excuse me, not Crandall, Johnson was Daddio. Sorry, I'm all over the place here, but if Daddio was on second base for that.
Ground ball to second, toss over to second, and that will do it for the inning. So we can break down what you just saw when we come back for the bottom of the fourth inning. As for now, the Knights put one on the board in this top of the fourth inning. Lead 4-0 now as the Clams are coming to bat when we come back on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Bottom of the fourth inning on tap here at historic Hicks Field. Bring up 2, 3, 4 in the Steamers order. Hunter, Cole, Case Kermode, and Joe Haney. Adam Fine, myself, Ray Dunn. And if you missed the top of the fourth, you missed the Knights put another run on the board, making it 4-0. Difficult situation where Kermode trying to throw down and get a runner at second. Ends up moving over to third, then a sac fly brings home that run, expanding this already growing deficit for the Steamers.
Well, yeah, and if Daddio was on second base instead of third base, Copeland, I would think, would have enough room to throw out Daddio at third. But since him being at third and running home, too far out for Copeland on that fly ball. So a lot of things that could have gone the Steamers' way that didn't in that inning, but it only resulted in 1 run. Sam the Clam thrown out of this game. Now he'll join us in the press box. I don't know if that's legal, but we'll roll with it for now.
Hunter Cole rolling one over to first, and he'll use his speed after a bobble over there at first to get himself on base. Leadoff man aboard for the Steamers.
Hunter Cole, speed demon, doing his thing. That wasn't even close.
Now Kermode coming to the dish. Flew out first time up. Going to give Cole credit for a hit on that one. Pitcher not over in time. So now Cole's going to show off the wheels one more time. His head down to second, slides in safely, and a runner in scoring position just like that for the Steamers.
Well, Ray, I don't know if I'm just seeing things, but it looked like Hunter Cole gained acceleration on that slide. Quite the move there.
Cole's 13th steal of the summer.
Yeah, I mean, at first I thought it was going to be, by the time the ball hit the catcher's mitt, I thought it would be a close play, but Hunter Cole had other plans. That was quite the speed acceleration there.
Nobody on this Steamers team is going to catch Cole for the stolen base leaderboard by the end of this one. The next closest teammate to him, pair of guys with 3.
Yeah, that's quite the insurmountable deficit there. Shows how impactful Hunter Cole is on all levels of the game. Clark Dearman, dear friend, called him a 5-tool player.
1-1 to Kermode in there, 1-2.
I would agree.
You know, the Hunter Cole fan club meets every day in Edenton.
We were looking for him to get picked up in the MLB draft last week, but didn't get to hear his name. That'll be all right. He's also not even eligible for the draft, so that would make sense. But
yeah,
still expected them to pull some strings because it's Hunter Cole.
right. Taking a jump over there at second. Clearly on Taylor's mind is the 1-2 pitch home to Kermode is up high, 2-2.
Now for Kermode here, all you got to do is get Hunter Cole over. We know it's a 4-0 lead, but 1 run leads to more, and to get that first one on the board is very important. And so he's got to do his best to, at the very least, advance Hunter Cole.
2-2. Swing and a miss. He is struck out, and there is 1 away. That'll bring up Joe Haney. Flew out first time up. Haney in a tie for third. His team in runs batted in. He and Jackson Hip even at 13. Hip on the on-deck circle. Haney at bat. So some nice options right now with the runner in scoring position. Only 1 away.
Quite the hole in the between the third baseman and shortstop there is. Shortstop over there, Thomas Crandall, has to keep Hunter Cole at bay and opens the door up for Haney to poke one to the opposite field.
The 1-0. And therefore strike. And the rare time where, you know, that weak ground ball to that side might be more beneficial than him lining one to left, given where McCarthy is.
Indeed.
1-1. This one ground the other way to second. A diving play made. The throw to first in time does move Cole over to third. There are now 2 out.
A loud out. Max Lucas doing a great job. Didn't have to move much, but that ball was rocketed. You got Haney doing a really good job finding the barrel tonight. Just a little unlucky there, but he does move Hunter Cole. Now, you know, the infamous pass ball is always in effect here, especially with Hunter Cole at third. Taking off the helmet, letting the hair flow a little bit. Speaking of hair, here comes Jackson Hit.
Swings, missed that one. 0-1.
And speaking of hair again, Casey Hare on deck. So we got a lot of opportunities here.
A lot of hair.
That reminds me, I might need a haircut soon.
Hip 1 for 1 so far. Base hit to center. Swings missed that one 0-2.
Well, Ray, after you kind of tomahawk one into center off a high fastball, you're not going to get another one. And that's evident there as those two curveballs had Hip looking a little silly.
Oh, 2 now. And the pitch from Taylor. Way outside, kicking away. Cole now going to make a race for it. Nobody knew where to go for it, and the Steamers get a run back. Hunter Cole making a break for the plate. It's 4-1.
Well, a lot of baseball people say if you advance the runner to third and then that becomes the second out, doesn't make a difference. Well, not if it's Hunter Cole on third base. The pass ball always in effect here in Edenton, and the Clams are on the board.
Base is clear now. 1-2 to a Hip. Pitch. One bouncing in as well. Getting away from Daddio. 2-2. Two out, 2-2 the count. Taylor getting his sign, coming set. His pitch to Hip. Takes that pitch high and away and just fouls it off down towards the beer garden.
Jackson Hip, more like Vladimir Guerrero, swinging at pitches all over the place tonight, but it's not like he's looking fooled. He turned one for a single and that one for a barrel, so I'm not going to be the one to tell him to stop.
Two now. One away, 3-2. Hip not known for walking. He very aggressive at the plate. But on the verge of a rare walk for him. Three-two. One inside, spin around and getting himself on base. Two out base runner now for the Steamers. Bringing up Casey Hare. Hip on base for the second time. Hare ground into a double play in the second. First pitch, gonna hit him, and he'll head on down to first. So all of a sudden, a little two-out rally forming.
Yeah, Cole Taylor's losing a little bit of control here. Even in that walk to Jackson Hip, some of the balls he was throwing were not even close. And that's another good example there. Well, it's now an opportune time for Aaron Copeland to get back in the home run parade.
And you love to say it, Aaron Copeland is a big game player.
Always has been, always will be.
All of them at this point in the division are pretty big. See what he can do here.
Well, as my coach says over at St. Joe's, the next game is the most important when it comes to the standings.
Standings coming in today. Steamers 2.5 out. The top spot in the PCL East division. Two tomorrow will have a lot to do with how that division shakes out. But the two today, very, very important. There's that one away, 1-0. Steamers with the sweep today basically lock the Knights into the third seed, which means they will travel to play whomever earns that second seed to open up the divisional tournament. 1-0 to Copeland. A swing and a miss. 1-1.
You can just see it in Copeland's eyes. He wants to do damage. I know you can't see his eyes from this angle, but I made sure to do some soul gazing before the game.
Well, thank you for that. We
You're
appreciate that. 1-1. He drives this one to left field. It's going to get beyond McCarthy and bounce off the wall. Hips in to score. Casey Hare to third. An RBI double for Aaron Copeland gives the Steamers a run back. It's 4-2.
Huge hit by Aaron Copeland. Does an incredible job and now cuts this deficit to 4-2. If he got a little even more under that one, that would have went over the fence, but he squared it up so perfectly. It happened to stay in the yard, and now it's up to Mustang to tie the game with a single here.
Mustaine struck out in the third. Driven in 7 pair of home runs this season. We've reached the Jacob portion of the lineup. Mustaine, Bisharat, back to back. First pitch to Mustaine is outside, 1-0. Up high, 2-0.
Plus count for Mustang. He's got a couple options now with the strong Bisharat on deck. He can look to draw a walk or look to do damage. Ball's in his court.
2-0. Grounded. Third base line. He's going to start jogging up. That'll be picked up in foul territory. 2-1.
Yeah, that was one of those weird ones. The cue ball, Ray, where this is the only ball that will in baseball that will start foul and then it come back in fair. Doesn't there, but I was about to stand up in my seat and scream at Mustang to start running, but he heard me telepathically.
Yeah, Mets fans today know all too well of how interesting that ball could be and how many problems it can cause. If you haven't seen the clip, look it up. Mets Pirates today. 3 runs coming home on a ball that was hit just like that. I'm not kidding. 2-1 missing, 3-1.
Yeah, with here I'm sitting 1 pitch, 1 spot if I'm Mustang. Cole Taylor's not even close to the zone, so don't try and give him anything here. It's got to be right in your wheelhouse. It's got to be your perfect pitch. If not, try it again on 3-2.
Looks like something got in Mustang's eye. I don't know. Sweat is buggy. Could have been a bug.
I'm not a fan of bugs, Ray.
No, me neither. Three 1. Grounds this one foul, first base side. Let's count full, 3-2.
Big pitch here, Ray.
Some light throwing going on in the Knights bullpen. Taylor looking to get himself through 4 and preserve this lead. The pitch, a swing and a miss from Mustaine. He is struck out, and that will do it for the 4th inning, but not before the Steamers put 2 on the board in this inning. It's 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 left. They trail by 2. It's 4-2 Knights. We head to the 5th on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Top of the 5th inning, about to get going at historic Hicks Field. Knights leading 4-2 in the first of 2 in Edenton tonight. Pair of doubleheaders, pair of days in a row. 5-day homestead beginning today. 7 games. Daniel Brand's first pitch, Jose Cazorla. He was looking for that in left field, but swings and misses 0-1.
Swinging out of his shoes today, Jose Cazorla. Sometimes that happens when you go yard in your first at bat. You get a little confident.
Drives this one to center field. Copeland going back, makes the catch at the warning track, and there is one away.
That one had me scared a little bit, Ray. Copeland's first step was in and started to slowly hustle on back to the track. I was about to say, if Cazorla touched 2 today, that'd be really impressive, but all for naught.
He'll have to sell for a 2-for-3 game so far at the home run. I think he'll take it.
That's not too bad. Not too shabby.
Warren Bailey, 1 for 2. That's the first one over to third. Takes Haney's glove off. He's now going to pick it up with the bare hand and throw to first. Not in time. As Mustaine does the splits. And he's down right now over at first base. Mustaine down. He's just reached towards his left hamstring. Looks like with the glove. And he was stretching out the way we've seen him do so many times before to try and get that ball on the throw over from Haney. Applause for him as he gets up. He's walking around. This is just to the edge of your screen.
Yeah, Mustang, the king of that stretch over there at first. And the king of being tough. That looked like it hurt, and he's going to stay in.
So he will remain in the game. Bringing up Shane McCarthy, the left fielder, with runner on first and 1 away. Brandon's pitch. Swung grounded towards second base. Hare trying to go to second. Not in time. And there are now 2 on.
And that's tough when there. Casey Hare ranging all the way to his left. He's got to go to 1 there. Not really much of a play at second base, especially because it wasn't hit hard. 2 missed opportunities there for the Steamers. We could be moved on to the bottom of the 5th, but now there's only 1 out and 2 guys on.
Miles Webb 0 for 2 so far. Swings, missed that one 0-1. Brand's 0-1. Skied, shallow right. Hare going out, Hip coming in, and they avoid colliding. Hip coming to his knees to make the catch. And they're now 2 away.
Man, that always gives me chills when I see that, but luckily Jackson Hip called it off at the last minute. There's 2 down.
Heart pounding as you watch 2 players going back, and it doesn't seem as if one knows where the other is trying to make that catch. 1 the health, 2 the play.
Yeah.
As Brandon's pitch will run it in on Carter Johnson, the third baseman. Oh no, now from Brandon is line. That one's going to get through for a base hit. Green light come around third. It's going to kick off a Copeland, and that will allow the run to come on home. It's now 5-2 in favor of the visitors.
And then another missed opportunity there. Casey Hare inches away, and Copeland almost came up with that one. Would have had the stop sign over there at the third base coach for Greenbrier, but the bobble led to the run. And this inning has been the story of missed opportunities. Smart of Jacob Mustaine to kind of talk Daniel Brandon down a little bit, slow the game down a little bit. A lot of first pitch swinging for the Knights this inning, and the game, as a matter of fact. So Sometimes you got to slow it down.
Brings up Jordan Daddio. 0 for 2 so far, a fly out and a pop out. Catcher for the Knights, first pitch to him. Inner portion of the plate, 0-1. It's a tough pill to swallow, getting 2 back in the bottom of the 4th and allowing 1 in this inning, especially with the miscues. This one popped into the air and foul, 0-2. Brandon's 0-2 in there for a called third strike, and that will do it for the top of the 5th, but not before the Knights tack on another. 1 run, 1 hit, 2 left on base. We head to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Clams coming to bat on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Bottom of the 5th coming up here at historic Hicks Field. Steamers getting a chance to bat, trailing by 3 runs in the first of 2 tonight. Before we get back to baseball, every year the Steamers are proud to have the opportunity to raise money for the Jim Catfish Hunter ALS Foundation. On Saturday, July 24th, the Steamers wear special themed jerseys that will be auctioned off during the game. Proceeds will go towards the fight to strike out ALS. Catfish Hunter is an MLB Hall of Fame pitcher that lived just 20 minutes from historic Hicks Field. Unfortunately, he lost his battle with ALS over 20 years ago. The Steamers will continue to carry on his legacy and do their part to strike out ALS. We thank you for your support of this great cause. Jacob Bisharat coming to bat to open up this inning. 9-hitter, then top of the order with Bruno and Cole awaiting after Bisharat bats. So far, he's been hit by a pitch in his only plate appearance.
And one thing you might not have seen as the inning ended there, Marshall McDonald gathered the entire team together, giving them a little bit of a talking to. I think they need to maybe wake up was one of the things he said, because so far they're kind of not playing the usual Steamer baseball that they're used to and accustomed to. And a lot of times when the coach steps up and gives the team a little bit of a kick in the can, I'd say, it kind of wakes them up and then instills confidence in the hitters. I think another piece of that meeting had to deal with not swinging at pitches completely out of the zone, because Taylor has not found the zone completely well. So not be afraid of drawing the walk or the hit by pitch there by Bisharat.
Bisharat's hit by another pitch. The man is a magnet. That's the second time today he's been hit. Leadoff man aboard to start this bottom of the 5th inning. Chase Bruno, 0 for 2. A fly out and a line out. Cole Taylor looking over at first. His pitch to Bruno, outside, 1-0. And we mentioned in the open about Taylor being their big game pitcher. And you did have said he's not quite found the zone, but still, his work, impressive so far.
Yeah, he's what we like to call inaccurately effective, where you really have no idea where it's going, and so that there's no true tendencies to pick up on as a hitter.
Base hit for Bruno into left center. Bishrock coming around second. Stop sign put on. 2 on, nobody out for the Steamers.
And going back to being inaccurately effective, that when you cannot pick up any tendencies because the even pitcher doesn't really know where it's going, that can really mess with the hitter's mind. Is he can't really sit a pitch or seeing a lot of balls out of the zone. It just messes with your mindset a little bit at the plate. And you can either be too selective or too aggressive. Nothing in between, but I think Chase Bruno just then found that middle ground. Good swing. He's seen the ball well.
Hunter Cole representing the tying run. Up at bat. And first pitch to him outside, 1-0 for Cole so far. Manufactured his own run in the 4th inning. Base hit, stole the base, was moved on over, and scored. The ball that got to the backstop. Overall, 1 for 2.
Yeah, I want to see Hunter Cole be aggressive. It's got to be careful, especially when Taylor's struggling finding the zone, but I'll give the exception to Hunter Cole to be aggressive in this 2-0 count.
Pitch, low, 3-0.
However, now with the 3-0, I don't care if you're Hunter Cole or if you're Mike Trout. In this situation, down 5-2, I'm taking.
We'll see if he's on the same wavelength as you. Well, I think you would be taking that one regardless of count. Ball 4. Bases are now loaded with nobody out for Case Kermode.
Well, whatever Marshall said to the Steamers, it worked so far. They got the situation they want. Your 3-hitter up with the bases loaded. Case Kermode needs to be confident in his swings here. Can't second guess himself. He's got to trust himself. He's done it defensively today. He's just got to be a little bit of a two-way in that sense.
Got a meeting on the mound. Trying to settle Taylor down. Might also be to give some time as a right-hander is beginning to truly get loose and work out there in the bullpen. Some chatter going on in the middle infield, and there is a dark cloud and the wind is picked up above us. I never want to be the bearer of bad news.
You know what, Ray? I think I'm on to something here. The Greenbrier coach has been out there. He's not there a while. Do you think this is a stalling tactic? I wouldn't be surprised if it is. With the dark cloud incoming, if a monsoon were to occur, a flash flood, let's say anything crazy were to happen right now. And they have to
Oh, you're saying stalling for the weather. I thought you were
Yes.
saying stalling for a pitcher.
Well, yes, but even think about it for the weather. If the game were to be called right now, if a rainstorm just came out of nowhere like it did last time we were here,
Smart.
Greenbrier will win the game. So now, especially with the bases loaded, I'm not sure what type of stalling technique we got going on here.
Well, if he was given real advice, it works there. Finds his own 0-1 to Kermode. It's flown out and struck out.
That was one of the longest mound meetings I've seen. I'm still kind of hooked onto that story.
0-1, low and away, 1-1. And just giving you a kind of idea at home, it's 6:30, and the lights are already on at stadium. That's how dark it's kind of become. We're just keeping the field lit, even though we're not at that point. Kermode sends this one to left field. Back to the warning track. McCarthy makes the catch. Bisharat headed home to throw to third. Bruno in there safely. Steamers get a run, move a runner up to third. It's 5-3.
Great job there by Case Kermode. And the most important thing that came out of that is now Chase Bruno is on third. Excuse me, and clapping his hands saying, let's go to Joe Haney, because Joe Haney's got a job to do now to make it a one-run game.
For Haney so far, fly out, a ground out. Big situation for him. Runs on the corners, and Cole's going to take that open bag. Daddio try and pump fake him, and Bruno knows what's happening. 2 ducks on the pond now.
2 clams in the clam shack. That one really didn't hit. You said last night 2 sharks in the shark tank. I thought that was pretty clever. Or 2 sharks in the ocean.
2 sharks in the
Wow.
ocean. Delay call on that one, 1-1.
Regardless of if you're a clam, a runner, or a shark, Joe Haney's got a job to do here. You got infield back, even the corners back. I'm kind of surprised to see that. So Joe Haney, long fly ball, ground ball, regardless, does the job.
And he's going to drive this one to right field, going back, and this ball is gone. A 3-run home run for Joe Haney has given the Steamers their first lead of the night. It's 6-5.
Well, why try for a sacrifice when you can just do that? Chase Bruno is fired up. Hunter Cole pounding his chest. Joe Haney is the man right now.
Unlocking that power and just the right time of the season. We talked all last week. Haney still doesn't have a home run, but we know it's coming. Now the hot streak might be on.
Yeah, Joe Haney looks like he broke the seal with that first home run at Tarboro. Now, they might just be coming like they came for Hunter Cole. Joe Haney's receiving a lot of love in that dugout, as he should. I might just give him a hug after this game. This lead stands.
He's one of the quieter people on this team, one of the more lovable guys on this team.
Not that quiet, Ray. I mean, he talks every once in a while.
Hip going to ground this one over to third. Fielded cleanly. The throw to first is not clean, and Hip's going to get on base.
A little acrobatics over there for Jackson Hip, ducking under the tag.
Little Euro step.
Oh, Euro. A little Jamal Crawford action over there at first base. All my basketball fans understand that. Well done. I mean, the NBA Finals are on. I don't know if Hip got his inspiration from that.
How about the energy change in the ballpark right now?
Yeah, momentum's everything, Ray. It has shifted towards the Clams.
Pitch to Hare. Offering at that one for a bunt.
Marshall loves it. Likes that approach. Caught the entire Greenbrier Knights. Caught the whole stadium. Caught us off guard. I like that idea from Casey Hare. And now Marshall said, you know what, just swing away. Do what you do.
It'd be perfect to come back here and just absolutely crush one after the bunt attempt.
That's always how it works, Ray. You pull back. But yeah, that's how it always works in the game of baseball.
I'm for it. We'll see what happens. The 0-1 now from Taylor. Gets under this one, pops it up on the infield. Catch made 2 away, and the wind out there becoming a factor.
Well, Ray, this just crossed my mind. That stalling tactic, if it was a stalling tactic by the Greenbrier head coach. Oh, how the turntables have turned. Bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see how that pays off.
Yeah. Well, here we are, 6-5 for the Steamers. Copeland coming to bat 0-1. We'll never know for certain. We'll have your theory to run with. Copeland 1 for 2, an RBI double last time up. And the 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. I mentioned on that pop fly that just the wind. If you can see out to center, the way the flag's moving out there. It's picked up. Might help one fly out. It's the 1-1 grounded. That's a fair ball to third, off the glove of the third baseman. The throw to first, not in time.
And another error. Aaron Copeland just being as tough as nails right there. On a little bit of a bum ankle, legs that one out. That's what champions are made of, Ray.
Jacob Mustaine, pair of strikeouts so far for him. Another opportunity with 2 on base. Taylor's first pitch, swing and a miss, 0-1.
Marshall McDonald very vocal over there at third base, clapping, encouraging. I mean, if it wasn't for that speech before this inning, who knows what would have transpired. Got to give credit there as well.
One upstairs, 1-1. I think in a next episode of Marshall's Matters, we're going to have to ask him what exactly was said. And I know we're not going to get what exactly was said, but just an idea would be nice.
Well, speaking of interviews and stuff like that, everyone be on the lookout. I talked to Jake Rice today, former Steamer.
This one lined foul, first base side.
About his draft experience. Now with the Arizona Diamondbacks, he's in Scottsdale right now. I don't think he has to worry about rain as much as we do. But starting camp tomorrow for the minor league organization with the Diamondbacks. And I talked to our own Tommy Bass, the PA maestro over there. So just keep eyes peeled for some good content on the Steamer website.
Content king Adam Fine, delivering all the news and more to you. It's EdentonSteamers.com.
Maybe if you play your cards right, Ray, I'll interview you next.
Nobody wants that. 2 on, 2 out, 2-2 the count. Pitch to Mustaine, popped up into the air, foul territory. Daddio working towards the Steamers dugout and makes the catch to end the inning. The Steamers put 4 on the board, take the lead in this inning. The exclamation point of this one, a 3-run home run from Joe Haney. We'll be back with the 6th inning from historic Hicks Field on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Ben Kaufman now on the mound for the Steamers, holding a 6-5 lead. Before we get to that, the Steamers are proud to announce that Venture Tours is the official travel partner of the team for the 2021 season. Venture Tours is a family-owned business specializing in motor coach transportation. The owners have been in the motor coach industry for more than 40 years. A mixture of hard work and family legacy helped to create Venture Tours Incorporated, one of the most successful motor coach companies in Hampton Roads, coastal Virginia. If you're interested in traveling with Venture Tours, give them a call at 757-494-1480 or visit venturebustours.com.
I tell you what, Ray, Venture Tours came through clutch yesterday. 3.5-hour ride to Wilmington, North Carolina to play the Sharks. Made that 3.5-hour ride a little easier, I'll tell you that.
As someone who drove it himself because he had other plans in Wilmington, yeah, it's clutch to have someone take you the 3.5 hours.
They had the Steamer logo on the seats. Pretty cool.
A lot of great stories out of the bus rides. Everyone's appreciating what they've done for us. As for what's happening on the field right now, Kaufman, I mentioned, on the mound behind 2-1 to Thomas Crandall. He's got a single and a double. Flies this one into foul territory. Mustaine working his way down the line, and that one's just got to land beyond him. It's 2-2. For Kaufman, this is his 11th appearance of the summer. He's gone 12 2/3, a 1-2 record, 7.11 ERA, and he struck out 13.
Lucky number 13.
Let's see if this could be 14 right here. Here's 2-2. Up and in, 3-2.
Just missed there. Case Commode did a good job trying to stick that, frame it a little bit to appear lower as it was. Umpire not fooled.
Full count pitch. A called third strike. Crandall is set down. That is the 14th strikeout of the season for Ben Kaufman. There's one away in this 6th inning.
That's a big out because you do not want to face trying to hand you with guys on. So huge stuff for Kaufman, and now he'll get the favorable lefty-lefty matchup.
Hanchey so far walked, singled, and a sac fly. First pitch to him, up and in, 1-0. For Kaufman, it's good to see him back in a big spot. Marsh McDonald showing his trust in him after allowing the walk-off on Thursday in the second game. The 1-0 grounded, foul, 1-1. Ball that just kept carrying.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was a game over for the Steamers' sake, but turned out to be a walk-off home run for Tarboro. Just kind of carried, and slowly but surely, that ball was out of here.
1-1. Kaufman upstairs, 2-1.
Not sure that would have got out at Hicks. Kind of hit towards the direction of the Bud Light sign and the Edenton High School State Champion sign out there in the 338 mark.
This one hit off the end of the bat. Bruno's got a shortstop trying to throw over. Not in time. Hanchey beating that one out.
Mustang continued to do some stretching over there. Good effort. And quite the play from Bruno. Just not quite. Trent Hanchey's got some speed.
And Tyler Russell's on the field. That's not a great sign. The general manager, we love him, but that's usually to deliver bad news. And I believe it's going to be a lightning delay. All right, it will be a lightning delay. So, folks, we've done this thing before. We were here just a couple nights ago in a similar situation, just Friday night. Lightning delay, then a clap of thunder, and then a monsoon. Let's hope it doesn't go that way.
Well, I don't know if I want to hope for that too much, Ray, because I had a ton of fun calling it with you. I guess that's the silver lining, though. I don't want to hope for that situation again. If you want to watch it again, go watch our live stream against Tarboro, because that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we had a good time. You make the most out of the situation you're given, as Tyler Russell is now just off of your screen towards third base talking to the umpire crew. We have some people already making their way to the exits. A lightning delay means 30 minutes. So we'll sit here for 30 minutes, assuming everything's fine. We'll resume baseball. Adam, it's a great time to get to know one another.
Yeah, man, just in case I haven't gotten to know you enough yet.
Yeah, exactly. Any deep, dark things you want to just drop into
I
our
want to reveal my
stream
deepest,
audience?
darkest secrets to our
We've
our
got
streamer
30
streamers.
minutes.
I don't know. Should we have like a Ray and Adam trivia personal?
No, they don't care about us
Yeah, they
like
don't,
that.
yeah.
There, streamers, let us know where you're streaming from. We'll engage with you. We'll give you a good talking to now that we obviously have the time to fill here. Looking around the ballpark until we get any engagement from you, I'll give you a little bit of the sights and sounds. The wind is whipping here. We've got the flag absolutely flying towards the outfield. I mean, ball's hit right now. You know, if you just pop one up, you might have a chance to put one out. We got some people making their way to the exits. Most just staying put in their seats. I see a lot of people with shaved ice right now. The shaved ice seems like a popular thing today. The warm weather, you would assume that.
I love me some shaved ice. Rita's water ice, to be exact.
Yes, Rita's water ice. That's another Philly thing that we're treated to, that the rest of you should absolutely get on board with here or find yourself in the Philadelphia area.
Favorite flavor?
Mango.
Oh, okay, I like that's definitely my top 5. I got to go with chocolate, as crazy as that sounds.
Really? Wow, that is a bold one. I mean, to people who've never had it, they'd be like, chocolate, kind of. I understand what you're saying. It's a good flavor. I don't think it cracks my top 3, maybe my top 5. I think growing up is the lemonade flavor. Growing up is that's like
I don't know how you
the
grew
one
up, man, but that
that's
I don't think so.
the sweetness of that one. You get older, it just becomes too sweet for the tongue.
Ah,
The mango one is far and away the best one. So right now we're looking around the ballpark and we'll see what's happening. There's some players already making their way towards the locker room. Looks like Copeland, Jackson, Hip, Ryan Kay closest to the umpire having a conversation. Copeland's all the way out there at the fence. Couldn't see, might have been Bagley making his way out. And now a lot of people making their ways towards the exit.
Marshall McDonald pointing to the bullpen to get this show on the road and put the tarp on.
Get the tarp on.
Always thinking one step ahead, Marshall McDonald.
Getting the tarp on means one thing. There we have the full tarp all the way on the right field line. So I think we're assuming some rain in the forecast coming through here.
And I wonder what Greenbrier is going to do if it starts to come down here. Are they going to stay in the dugout and await imminent flooding or make a dive through a fort across the field? Not quite sure. Tarboro put quite the show on last time. Someone doing a little sliding in the mud.
Here's the great thing about modern technology here. I'm going to try and pull up the forecast on my phone, figure it
Insider
out.
source, Ray Dunn.
Yes.
Give it to us.
I basically have a meteorology degree because...
Dr. Dunn, or is that not quite?
No, that'd be a doctorate degree.
That really rolls off the tongue.
Dr. Dunn?
Dr. Dunn?
If someone wants to give me a doctorate, I don't really want to do any more school, to be honest. If you want to just hand me the doctorate, I'll be cool with it.
I can call you. How about that?
Yeah, but then it kind of feels fake. All right, we're going to look at the radar here. You're getting the live update of me looking at the radar. Later tonight looks great, but we missed the initial part. All right. It looks like there's a cell that just might miss us, according to the radar on weather.com. You've got Apple Weather. Now, what does Apple Weather tell us
Apple Weather, okay,
about
so we're going
this?
to give you a little bit of a different perspective here. Apple Weather says we are good to go, Ray. It says cloudy until 2 a.m. I don't think we're playing baseball at 2 a.m., so we should be good.
All right, I like that. That's similar.
Okay, I don't see any cell here on Apple Weather.
Weather.com saying it's going right past. We're missing it. We got clouds. We'll have baseball. That's what we're getting here. I think that's overall what we're expecting. I mean, I'm all for it. Just get us through this 30 minutes. We can keep rolling. You see now Marshall McDonald, Brett Folk making their way across. The wind has picked up. I mean, there's no doubt about that. Now we're getting, just covering up the plate, and we'll cover up the mounds. No move for the big tarp yet.
Steamers can't catch a break with weather.
No, Mother Nature is not a fan of the Steamers.
No, I mean, I was really disappointed. In the locker room, we have a thing on the whiteboard that says X number of days since a rainout, and we had to erase that and put 0 when we last played Tarboro, and now I think we might have to do that again. Crossing our fingers here.
Yeah, we'll cross our fingers. Brett Folk out there on his own, working with the tarp on the mounds. You do have to feel for him. It seems like a two-person job.
Yeah, it definitely is. But Brett Folk, he's the man.
Steamers fans are getting their first look on camera of Brantley Cutler in a Steamers uniform. He's helping out over at the plate. He's number 8. He won furthest on the first base side of your screen. Casey Hare coming to help a little bit. Jacob Bisharat, Chase Bruno, now Daniel Rutherford, and Joe Haney getting in on the action. Don't see any Knights spending time actively inside of their dugout, which you had kind of thought about, and it's one of my favorite things to watch during the rain. Who doesn't know how Historic Hicks works? Because you don't want to be in that first base dugout when it rains. That thing floods. It's just not the place to be.
Yes, exactly. Tarboro did not seem to care, however, when it was pouring. They wanted just, I don't know.
Diving around, just having a grand old time with the rain.
Going for a little swim.
And now Brett Folk gets some help. Look at, there you go. Left on there. Spencer Ambrose and A.Q. were one of the first people out to him. Casey Hare and Daniel Rutherford were getting some bricks to help out. Looks like Michael Allen just showed up to the party late to say he was there.
Yeah, Michael Allen's, he's the type of kid in a group project that he gets an A, but he doesn't really do anything. So does he really earn the A?
Right.
I guess. But we still love Michael Allen.
Yeah, we love Michael. But he does get himself on the screen without any of that. And I don't like how many people look into the sky. That is one of the telltale signs of, oh, no.
Oh, no is right. People looking at their phones, checking the weather. I mean, if anything, if you check Apple weather, you should be delighted. But
yeah. Don't look up at the sky, look down at your phone.
Exactly.
It's like the exact opposite of what everyone tells you about living in the moment. Everyone, please consume your phone right now.
Yeah. Shout out Steve Jobs. Don't worry about the weather.
We got Tyler Russell. I see him looking up at the sky again. Our general manager getting a ton of name drops tonight. Looking around, people are congregating around. I see refill on beer, some refill on concessions here.
Got to do what you can before.
No, 100%.
Stadium is in imminent danger.
Imminent danger.
As if you have a phobia to water.
Yeah, I was going to say, that sounds very, very disastrous. I think we're going to be okay here.
You want to give him a trivia answer while we're at it?
Yeah, the trivia answer, sure. Well, while we got the time, we got a little time to breathe. Scott Willie answered 5. Matt Fine changed his answer to 6. I don't know how we feel about changing answers here.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter because both of his answers were wrong. 5 was the correct answer. Scott Willie, you are a winner once again. I feel like we should already just send you the prize pack. You've separated yourself by quite a few games from Matt Fine. You separated yourself quite a few games from the rest of the pack. So, again, good job there. 5 All-Stars in that 1999 Coastal Plain League All-Star game. Those 5 All-Stars. Adam Swan, an outfielder. Bryson Jeffcoat, shortstop. First baseman Brandon Blair. Kevin Hare, the outfielder. And Chris Spigner, a pitcher. So those were your first ever Steamer All-Stars. More to be announced on the way this week as the All-Star game is in Tarboro on Friday night. Busy week to be an Edenton Steamer, and not exactly the start you want to the week when you can see dark clouds in the distance, tarps on the field, and while we're giving you a live stream, we are not giving you any baseball. But we'll get there. I'm sure we will all be all right. Mentioned earlier, a 5-day homestand, doubleheader today against Knights, doubleheader tomorrow against the River Bandits. The Wilmington Sharks make a trip up here. Russ Burrows, former Steamer coach, 2 years here as the head man, returns to Edenton on Tuesday night with the Sharks. And on Wednesday night, it's Christmas in July here at the ballpark. I know I'll be decked out in my Christmas gear. The Fuquay Varina Twins in town. That's an intra-division matchup. Greenbrier Knights on Thursday night. Come back to town. Hopefully not playing more than one. Weather here is going to decide on that. And then the end of the season brings 2 games against Tarboro, 2 games against Greenbrier. Saturday the 24th against Tarboro here at Historic Kicks, the 26th at Tarboro, and then the Knights on the 27th and 28th at Historic Kicks Field. So that's the rest of the season for you. As here we have some more people making their way towards the exits. Marshall McDonald, Brett Folk out in the stands right now, congregating, talking to people. Marshall McDonald looks like he's headed for the front gate. I think there's a more efficient way for him to make it to the locker room. Now he's cutting back. I don't know, maybe he'll end up signing some autographs. Shaved ice still seems to be the popular choice of people coming back from the concession stands. We're enjoying another weather delay. Brantley Cutler getting to know the faithful here at Historic Kicks Field, talking at the netting behind home plate. Now some Knights making their way out, maybe making their way to bus, going to get home, or not even bussing, just getting to their cars and relaxing. As Jacob Mustaine, you can see him walking across the outfield. We'll bring back Adam Fine.
How we doing? What'd I miss?
You missed me just laying out the rest of the week's schedule, some casual discussion of what's happening. We don't really have the reins, we don't have the excitement of what drove our delay broadcast the last time around.
Yeah, I mean, it was all downhill after that fantastic broadcast that we had covering the rain. I don't understand how you can top that, but...
Well, we always
right.
try to. We always try to. It's Kids Club night at the ballpark. Kids Club members got to throw around on the field. Getting the game, got themselves into this game for free and hanging out. Their families getting a chance to, so if you were wondering where the screaming was coming from, why people are yelling so loud, there's a lot of kids, a lot of energy in the ballpark. And again, Brantley Cutler just endearing himself already to the Edenton faithful.
Fan favorite on day one. I guess they like it when you leave Tarboro and come to the good side.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what it is. I mean, it's got pretty good hair. I think maybe he's...
Yeah, the curls are coming out of the back of the hat very nicely. Charming guy.
Very nice guy. Came up here. Little close to game time to be asking for a walk-up song, but we took care of it anyways. We're taking care of him.
Desperate time calls for desperate situations.
Yeah, right. Nice to see him. Tyrus Baumgartner now making his return to the dugout. We'll see if he forgot something. Now he's waving up to us. You know, I would think if there was a player who wanted to get his airtime and was really thinking during these delays, they would walk up to us.
Well, exactly, and I think I'm surprised Tyrus Baumgartner has not wanted to come up in the booth and join us. But then again, I'm just thinking, you know what, maybe it's a good thing we keep him down in the dugout. He's got a lot of things to say, and I don't think some of them are appropriate for on air. Or I think you wouldn't hear me or Ray anymore. It would just be the Tyrus Baumgartner show.
I think every day is the Tyrus Baumgartner show. As he's going to sign some autographs here. His family's in town. They were talking with us over the weekend. They made a trip up to Wilmington to see Tyrus start yesterday. Dad said they're hitting a number of breweries along the way, so I'm sure they had a good time in Wilmington. Now we have our own McCray Knapp, part of the front office, walking across the field. Don't know if she's delivering food out to the locker room, what exactly her role is right now. That's our
kind of
director.
like room service right there, right?
Yeah, seriously.
Why don't we get room service?
We do, actually, every game.
Oh, yeah, I got a burger in front of me. How's that?
That's actually true. So we do pretty good on that. And, yes, she's bringing out some food. So make sure our players are rested, well fed throughout this delay. Okay, it's a 30-minute lightning delay. If you're just joining us, you're wondering why we're just blabbing along and there's tarps on the field. It wasn't our decision. They didn't make this the Ray and Adam Talk to You show. The Lightning decided that's what's happening to you tonight. So Adam, we'll just have a little powwow between the two of us. For you, you made the decision to stick around in Edenton after the injury. What about Edenton has really won your heart over and made you enjoy so much the last 2 summers?
I don't know. That's a good question. The first thing that comes to my head is the people and the relationships I've made here, especially guys that came back from last year. Jackson Hitt, Casey Hare especially, and Case Kermode. And so guys that I'll be able to see again, definitely really cool. And then the new friends I've made have just been awesome. My relationship with Coach Marshall McDonald. He's done a lot to help me in my career baseball-wise, and had my back for this decision. And you were okay. I figured I might as well stay around with you also.
Well, it certainly helps, having you in the booth. We enjoy the camaraderie here and getting to work.
But yeah, I mean, the last part is you only live once, and I didn't want to. I spent a lot of time at home these past 20 years of my life, and I want to, in Philly, and I want to branch out them as much as I can.
Yeah, it's similar with for me. I felt like this was my going away to college sort of moment for someone who was from the Philadelphia area, who stayed around the Philadelphia area. I think you're kind of echoing that sentiment where chance to go away. And for you now, getting close to the time where the knee brace is going to come off, how are we feeling? What's the mindset going into rehab? And
well, besides the fact that my brace is pretty smelly, it's doing well. I mean, you can't really understand how much it hurts or how much it's healing yet because I'm not really moving it much. But then once physical therapy starts for me on this upcoming Thursday, and we're ready to get after it. Haven't really thought much about baseball in terms of me playing it. Talked a lot about other people playing it, but it's soon time to flip that switch and get this show on the road.
And this time to watch others play it, or you think you're picking up on a new side of the game as you've been transitioned to this role?
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of times I got to watch a lot of baseball this season for St. Joe's, and all the thoughts that I had, I got to keep to myself, and now here at Edenton, I'm getting to tell all you people, so I definitely think that's pretty cool to at least put my thoughts into coherent sentences. But that's definitely been fun, and we'll see where it takes me in the future, I guess. But
we're excited for that future. I know for a lot of people down here in Edenton, the hope is that the future includes you coming back next summer. We're not getting into that. We've had the question asked plenty of times. A lot can change in a year, but we're very glad to have you down here. And for you, for the rest of the summer, you have a goal? You have something that you hope by the end of the summer you could say you've accomplished?
Well, just completing this internship, I guess, and then developing a little bit more of a portfolio of stuff articles, broadcasting highlights and moments, and I mean, maybe my one home run in game 1 of the season, but more stuff like that where I can say, listen, this is the complete package of me, and help maybe get me a job in the future or do things like that.
We do not talk enough about the fact you were on pace for 33 home runs this season.
Yeah, but the more we talk about it, the more I get depressed. So
okay, fair enough. We'll back off that. Technically now it's only 30 because the rain is taken away from games. So you're on pace for less. So don't worry.
Good. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But Ray, I have some questions for you.
Sure. Yeah.
What has this experience been like for you down here? You've been down here a long time now because you came before all the players to get situated and all that stuff. So what do you think of E-Town so far?
Yeah, it's been, I think, either 2 months today, 2 months yesterday since I got down here. I mean, getting the internship, getting to be director of broadcast and media relations for me was a dream come true type of deal. I always wanted to be the voice of a baseball organization, and someone gave me a shot, saw my tape, talked to me, and thought, hey, this guy would be good enough to come on down. And just having that belief in me from the start was great. And then I get here, and the town is really receptive. Everyone's really nice, inviting. The organization's awesome. You get a lot of opportunities, a lot of people in your corner. So, I mean, the experience, A1. I've loved being down here. It's a little far from home, but it's nice. It's a lot of fun, and I'm glad that I took this, glad that I got this.
For sure. And as you head into your senior year at Temple, what are you looking forward to most, and what are you looking to accomplish in your senior year?
Oh,
you're almost done, man. Almost done college. You're getting old.
You talk about things that make you depressed. That one hits you hard.
Oh boy. I still got 2. You're on your way out.
Yeah. Now I have 1 more year. Just looking to help as many people as I can, get to work and do as much as I can in my roles, so that in the coming years, I know I'm general manager at the radio station there. I'm an anchor for one of the TV shows on campus, and honestly, I think at this point it's about fine-tuning everything I've done, honing my craft, being the best version of myself I can, and then giving back to those organizations that have given so much to me, given me so many opportunities. I really want to make sure I leave them in a good place, make sure that everyone years younger than me have the experience that's necessary. So that's my goals. You know, I think it's nothing. It's nothing specific. It's more of just fulfillment type of things. If a year from now, I'm satisfied with everything I've done, you know, I can move on to the next chapter. That's what I'm hoping for. I don't know what's going to click for me in that, but something will, I'm sure.
Yeah, we see Matt Fine in the comments saying, "I'm listening, so you be careful what you say," right?
Yeah. Listen, Matt Fine, for those who don't know, I guess this is the good time to drop in
That
the
is a great-
anecdote
yeah,
because
it's a
nobody
great
actually knows. Matt Fine, who you see in the comments all the time, obviously Adam Fine, I think everyone can make the point A to point B connection there. If you can't, Matt Fine, the father of Adam Fine, sitting next to me. Which is funny because I was concerned when you were playing and I was broadcasting, I would accidentally call you Matt Fine at one point because I also know Matt Fine. Matt Fine is my professor at Temple. So small world-ish type of broadcast booth for us. Matt Fine also did a great job in helping me get down here, get situated with the Steamers, and put a bug in the ear of our general manager about me at Temple. So I thank him for that. And Matt Fine has been a big piece of my Temple experience and helping me out with a ton. So it's been cool to get a chance to work with you, get to know you. I've gotten to know Matt for a couple of years. So yes, Professor Fine, I'm glad you're listening, and I hope that my answer sufficed on what I'm looking for out of my senior year.
Also, you need to be careful how you treat me because I'm very close to that Matt Fine.
Right,
So
yes.
if you're on the brink between that B+ and A-, just know that if you treat me well, that you might get the bump.
Yeah. Well, Adam's now writing the recap for tonight, and my grade just dropped to a C-. Ugh. Well, if you're just joining us, you're wondering why we're just bantering. Once again, we are in a lightning delay. The Steamers had taken a 6-5 lead in the 5th inning. We had lightning with 1 out and a runner on in the top of the 6th. Ben Kaufman had come into pitch, relieving Daniel Brandon. In the first of 2 against the Greenbrier Knights. And at that point, lightning stops us, 30-minute delay. You wait, we're waiting, and that's what we've been doing here. We talked a little about what's happened in the ballpark. Merchandise trailer, certainly right now, getting bombarded, really. Everyone wants their clam gear. Looks like Brentley Cutler is now down there. Is that him down there?
It looks like it, Ray.
I mean, he is just becoming Mr. Edenton.
Don't do that to Hunter Cole just yet, Ray.
Trust the Fine in the comments. And I can agree. Trust the Fine. Make sure you trust the Fine. We got players returning. We have players walking in.
Aha.
How about that? Marshall McDonald has his bag, has his papers, and he is walking back into the dugout. So I like our chances. I like our chances to play some more baseball tonight. Hopefully that cell that we saw that we were saying was going to miss is missing.
Or the cell that we didn't see in Apple weather ends up remaining true.
Yes, we want the cell to be just outside. We want the sun to be right in the strike zone. And we want this game to be a home run. How many cliches can I bring at once? The worst case scenario for you is getting to the point where you have this game come back and then it begins to rain.
Yeah, that would be kind of anticlimactic, wouldn't it, Ray? Especially after all this we've waited and all the perseverance you've done listening to us just blabble along.
Well, what we're watching right now, Trent Hanshu walking over, and that looks like Tyrus Baumgartner, giving him a taste of the shaved ice he got. So I think Tyrus is working to promote the shaved ice truck, letting Trent Hanshu know what he's missing out on. Nice moment between the two teams. Ryan Kay not coming over to have a piece in that conversation. The Knights have just kind of left Hanshu over there talking to Baumgartner about the shaved ice. I would think he was pretty satisfied with it.
Indeed.
I have not yet had the shaved ice at the ballpark. I've been told I'm missing out.
Well, if there's another delay, we might have to just go get some.
Well, I was promised by our director of group sales, McCray Knapp, that at some point she was going to bring some up to the press box. That was about a week ago. So I'm not holding my breath on that.
McCray, if you're listening to the game after, figure it out.
Appreciate it. But shave ice seems to be the popular choice here tonight. I've seen a lot of people with it. I mean, it's very good. And I want to correct us. Cutler is over there. Daniel Brandon's now over there. He was having a long conversation with Chad Baumgartner, Tyrus' dad, who was the coach of Daniel Brandon, Daniel Rutherford, and Tyrus in Little League. The three played together, grew up together. Now, getting a chance to see one another, and it was Chad that gave us the little anecdote about Daniel Brandon's hat, that it's just never stayed on. It's just the way he pitches. And the starting pitcher now going to get himself some shaved ice. That's what you call a productive
pretty good
day.
gig.
Yeah. Before he exited the game, too, the Steamers took the lead.
We just insider source right here. Marshall McDonald just sent a text. Let's go. So I think we are set and ready to continue.
Look at us, working through another weather delay.
This time we see the good side after it, I guess.
Daniel Rutherford helping take the bricks off, and we've said it time and time again. He's the player, when we talk about someone who just gets it, who just loves the game, enjoys the game. He's always out there helping. More mature players on this team. And now Casey Hare, Ryan Kay coming to help out as they will be removing the tarps, and it's looking like we're going to get some baseball here this evening. We'll see what it does to our schedule of the night, whether or not we've got some Steamers after dark in terms of like West Coast baseball time for how long this might go this evening. Because you get the half-hour delay, pick up this game, finish this game. Half hour in between games. And then you're getting the game too.
And that's without another delay.
Right. That's assuming weather. So this is not one for the faint of heart here. You should brew some coffee, sit back, and prepare. Tell work you're coming in late tomorrow morning because we will be here a while tonight. And I'm trying to see if that's Case Kermode talking to some young ball players, trying to get some pointers, some tips. One thing, this team does a really, really good job, whether it be the kids camp, the 2 camps that have been run here at the ballpark, or whether it be just during games, pulling kids aside, talking to them. You know, there's no sense of, I don't have time for anyone here. They do a good job engaging with the community. I know Jacob Mustaine last week, Friday night's game, actually, when he was supposed to come up here, I was walking down and talked to him about him coming up here to hang out with us. And a player, or a kid, was waving at him. Just waving, waving, waving. Oh, Owen brings the kid over, signs stuff for him, talk to him, chatting up the entire time. That's really emblematic of the way the entire team goes about
Yeah,
business.
definitely. I'm not sure if that's just the mustache there with Mustang, but regardless, he's a big kid person, and that's a lot of kids on, a lot of guys on this team, excuse me. And I mean, the way they've been playing recently, I don't see why it doesn't continue, and why I can understand why the kids are looking up to these guys as role models, aside from baseball as well.
Yep, definitely buying into this town and what it can offer the people of it. A little bit of what we got into, talk about what we've enjoyed about our times here. I'm sure that'd be a similar answer for a lot of the players on this team. Umpires are back, talking about good signs. Umpires. Marshall McDonald, you're getting a good look at him raking up. Working the dirt around home plate. What you don't see is the hours and hours that Marshall McDonald puts in on the field every day.
Yeah, I know it's called Historic Hicks, but it might end up being called Marshall McDonald Field, because he is the heart and soul of the grounds crew that is here.
Yes. Chief groundskeeper, the laundromat.
Coach.
Coach, yeah, don't forget Coach in there. wears a lot of hats. Umpires coming back, and again, when we come back, we'll be in the top of the 6th inning. You can see it on your scoreboard right on top of the 6th inning. There's one out, a runner on first. This all started with a lightning strike. Put a 30-minute delay on this one. Got to give credit to the people out there in the ballpark sticking around, waiting it out, giving it time. Hopefully we have a finish that gives them something to cheer about. And now as a pitcher, getting this much time off, where are you with your arm and working to keep yourself in this game?
We just got to keep moving and throwing as much as possible. Once you stay stagnant for a while, you lose a little bit. But for mentality-wise, it's really tough. But you just got to try your best to stay locked in, but also calm and relaxed. So it's a really tough middle ground that you have to find if you're a pitcher.
Right now, down in the bullpen, looks like they got Kaufman throwing to Allen Brown. Keep him going, like you said. And again, some more tossing going on in the Knights bullpen. From my vantage point right now, it looks like Wes Overton, but I cannot confirm that report because, well, my eyes are not able to get that far away, the small number on the chest. We will have baseball coming back to you in just a few minutes. We're waiting out the end of this lightning delay. To bring you back through the game, Jose Cazorla opened up the scoring with a solo home run for the Knights in the first. 1-0 after that. In the top of the third, the Knights tagged 2 more on and made it 3-0 at that point. And get 1 more in the top of the fourth, making it 4-0 before the Steamers were able to get one through. In the fourth, it was a pair of runs. Hunter Cole manufactured his own, a base hit, stole a base, was moved over to the third on a ground ball from Joe Haney, and then scored on a ball that made its way to the backstop. And with 2 outs, Jackson hip walked. Casey Hare was hit by a pitch. Aaron Copeland doubled home a hit. Made it 4-2. In the top of the fifth, a couple of miscues from the Steamers, bringing home a run for the Knights, made it 5-2. And then in the bottom half of the fifth, the Steamers got their act together. Jacob Bishrot hit by a pitch to start the inning. Chase Bruno singled. Hunter Cole was walked, loading up the bases. Case Kermode brought home run on a sacrifice fly. Joe Haney followed up with a 3-run home run. And that gives you your 6-5 score right now at the ballpark. Adam Fine, alongside myself, Ray Dunn. Just taking you through this delay. As people shuffling along through the ballpark, walking around. We got the side grandstands. The one on the first base side, rather empty. I think a lot of people shuffled out and hustled to the cars, take cover there. The third base side, more filled up. And we got a lot working out. While we still have some time, I want to Papa Tom leaving a nice comment on the stream about Adam. Chris, do you think Casey Hare has picked up some life lessons from you in the time the two of you have been friends?
I don't know, Papa Tom. I think if anything, I learned some nice life lessons from Casey Hare. He is a year older than me, so I like to pick his brain every once in a while about baseball and all that type of things. But I think, I don't know, I might have to get back to you on that. I'm thinking about life lessons that I may have given him because, I mean, he was the one that's older. He's the one that, I mean, yeah, it's pretty much all I can really think about for that. I'll get back to you.
Yeah, in your 2 years as a Steamer, is there one player that sticks out as someone you learned a lot from above the rest?
I'd say a lot from Ray Stokeham and Alex Shirazi from last year, 2 bullpen guys just about how to handle yourself and stuff like that. And our assistant coach, Connor Daly, last year, who's now with the Forest City Owls in the Coastal Plains League. The three of them helped me a lot last year, and I learned a great deal from the three of them. Those are the first that come to mind. I've learned a lot from you, Mr. Ray Dunn, being in the broadcast booth now, hanging up the cleats for the summer.
Yeah. Sure. You had the skill already. You just put the mic in front of your face. You knew it all along.
Oh, thank you. That's very sweet, Ray.
Yeah. All right, guys. We have some players on the field. You know what that means? Baseball.
Play ball.
Baseball at the baseball field. Novel concept.
Who would have thought, right?
Let's do it. Ben Kaufman still on the mound. And this night's lineup getting its chance with one out. Trent Hanchey still on first after his single. Max Lucas will be the first batter. Kaufman struck out Thomas Crandall looking to start the inning, and then a base hit from Trent Hanchey was all the action we had in the top of the sixth.
We have a no count in this situation. It's 0-0 to Lucas. And let's do this thing.
Let's do it. For those of you who stuck around through the entire delay, we appreciate you. For those of you that came back and are hanging out with us once again, we appreciate you too.
A lot of appreciation. We just appreciate everyone that's on the stream and involved with Steamers baseball.
Very appreciative person. Very appreciative that the weather has allowed us to continue this ball game. Ben Kaufman, Max Lucas, and the first pitch. In there for a strike. Kaufman's 0-1. 1-1. For Lucas, 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch. 1-1. In there for a strike. Outer portion of the plate, bending in.
Good pitch there by Kaufman.
And looking over at first base, now coming home with 1-2. Another breaking ball and a call. Third strike. Lucas is set down. There's 2 away.
Well, it was the same exact pitch there. This 30-minute delay that we've had did not affect Ben Kaufman's off-speed pitch. That we know so far as we start back up.
Jose Cazorla, 2 for 3. A solo home run, a single, and a fly out. Kaufman's first pitch, missing, 1-0. And that fly out made its way to the warning track in center field. One 0 in there for a strike, 1-1.
Cazorla wincing a little bit there. I think he thought that was a bit outside.
1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Well, I'll tell you what, this 30-minute delay did not calm down Cazorla at all. Still swinging out of his shoes, looking to do damage.
Kaufman ahead in the count, 1-2. His pitch, foul back. Wind still blowing out. Able to get into one. Getting a couple extra feet. 1-2 going to be grounded. Bruno's got it in the hole. He's just going to have to eat it. And Cazorla's on. Good choice there from Bruno.
Yeah, throw across the diamond there would only cause problems. So, smart play there by Bruno.
Now batting Warren Bailey, first baseman. 1 for 3. Base hit, reached on air, and is grounded out. 2-1 and 2 out. Kaufman's pitch upstairs. Kaufman's 1-0. In there, 1-1.
Kaufman finding the zone well tonight. Doing a good job mixing his pitches.
And the 1-1. Checks his swing. He offered at it. One and two. Kaufman working ahead once again. Looking back at second base. And the left-hander's pitch. Swing and a miss. Hit a ball in the dirt. And that will do it for the top of the 6th inning. It took a while. There was a lightning delay in the midst of it. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. Steamers leading 6-5. Get a chance to bat when we come back on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. Orion DeBrace now on the mound for the Knights. Cole Taylor's evening is over after 5 innings. DeBrace going to be tasked with Jacob Bisharat to start his appearance, then the top of the order.
Well, hopefully this 30-minute delay helped the bruises that Bisharat has been feeling as he's been hit twice tonight kind of go away, and as he's now ready to hit.
One in the zone, 0-1. Nice to see him get a pitch that's in the zone, not at him. One missing outside, 1-1 for DeBrace. This is another chance at the Steamers team. Held them scoreless and a start and a win on the 12th as part of another doubleheader. Pitch missing up and away, and the rain has begun to fall here. So we had the lightning delay. Now Mother Nature said, take this. We're going to get some rain. We'll see how it goes.
Mother Nature is ruthless here in Edenton. We're going to try and play through, however. The fans will shift now to underneath the covering now.
2-2, and yeah. fans head to the grandstand. Looks like our own Nick Nysted's going for cover as well. Hopefully he takes those programs with him. We don't want to lose any more of those to the rain. 2-2 to Bishop. Low, 3-2. And it's going to be shoulder to shoulder in the main grandstand.
Yeah, not much social distancing, as they say.
3-2, a swing. Foul tip into the glove, and he is struck out. There is one away. Chase Bruno so far, 1 for 3. Single in the 5th, came around to score.
It was a nice rip for his single in the, I'd say, the left field, left center gap. He was fired up when Haney hit him across with the home run. Chase Bruno plays with a lot of passion. That is definitely true.
Cut and miss at that one. 1-1. Couple of troopers still left in the side grandstands. The 1-1 to Bruno misses 2-1. This is not the hardest rain we've seen all season.
No, that is true. We're accustomed to much worse. We built up a tolerance these days here this summer.
We have 2-1, loses his bat out of his hands. We'll chalk that one up to slippery conditions.
Yeah. Not as funny though. Then again, less dangerous if that'll just head back to the backstop. It's always funny when you throw it towards someone's dugout. Granted, it's only funny if someone does not get hurt.
That is true. That caveat. His roommate, Aaron Copeland, coming quickly. Get him some tar, get a little bit of a grip on that. Friend helping friend. Race is 2-2. Foul back, just staying alive.
Someone called the Bee Gees, Ray.
It's one foul ball.
You got them on speed dial.
I do have the Beaches on speed dial. Two. Sends this one to center field. Ranged a few steps over towards left center, and the catch is made. There's 2 away.
Good swing there by Bruno. He's really peppering that left center gap. That time just got a little under it, however. Now Mr. Edenton.
Hunter Cole, 1 for 2. A walk, he stole a pair of bases. Come around to score a pair of times. First pitch drew him outside, 1-0. Just a look at the scorebook. As of right now, it looks like he might be back on top of the on-base leaderboard for this team. You know, that's what people really care about, so I want to keep them up to date with that. Pops this one into the air, into foul territory and out of the ballpark.
Hunter Cole's going to have to protect that outer half of the plate. Pitchers are starting to understand it. If you don't want to give up a home run to Hunter Cole, throw it in the outer half of the plate. That's what he's getting a lot of outside pitches there with 2 strikes.
Pitch misses. 3-1. Brace off a foul back.
Well, now we'll do it with 2 strikes. How about that?
Interesting, the Knights dugout nearly totally empty. Full count offering to Cole. Flies this one to center field. Towards left center now. able to make the catch and put the side down. As Hantry able to range over and make that play. 1, 2, 3 go the Steamers. They lead 6-5 as we head to the final inning of this first of 2 at historic Hicksfield. The 7th inning coming up when we come back on the Edenton Steamers YouTube channel. A chance to put one in the win column. Ben Kaufman take them out as the top of the 7th. Getting going here at historic Hicksfield. Steamers rallied back, trailing at 1.4 to nothing, and then trailing 5-2. Able to come back from those deficits, and it's now a 6-5 game. And Joe Haney, 3-run home run is the difference right now, as first pitch from Kaufman upstairs, 1-0.
And Ray, the Steamers did not come out with their best stuff. Had a little bit of a talking to, and then put it on in the 5th. Did their job, came back, and now it's up to Ben Kaufman to finish the job. This would be a really big win for the Steamers because they've been playing really, really well. And when you play well, you know, obviously it's easier to win, but the difference between the championship teams and the regular teams is when you don't have your best stuff, can you find a way to grind out a win? And this is what the Steamers have an opportunity to do here.
Well, they're 1 strike away from their first out in this 7th inning as Shea McCarthy, Miles Webb, and Carter Johnson, the 3 due up, 5, 6, 7. McCarthy down 1-2. Kaufman's pitch, up and in. 2-2.
Just a little bit up, as our very own Tommy Bass just said.
Yeah.
You're welcome over there.
As long as you give credit to content, you can steal it.
Stealing like an artist.
2-2. Breaking ball, inner portion. And McCarthy spared another one.
That was close. Buckled McCarthy there. You can see his knees kind of shake a little bit as that. He thought it was going to hit him and occurred just inside of the strike zone there.
Time called. Three-2 from Kaufman. A swing and a miss. He struck him out, and there's one away in the top of the 7th.
Ben Kaufman finding his way with the strikeout tonight. And that curveball is working. That's the best I've seen it so far this season.
Miles Webb, 0 for 3. Ground out, pair of flyouts. First pitch to him. Breaking ball outside, 1-0. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Yeah, everything's working for Kaufman tonight. Change up there, curveball earlier to McCarthy. He's locked in. That rain delay had nothing on him.
One in there, 1-2. You say it, Adam. It's working for him tonight. Looks crisp.
And Kaufman especially has a chip on his shoulder. Gave up a walk-off to Tarboro. He's looking for revenge.
A big place to do it here. Trying to preserve a 1-run lead in a divisional matchup. Win here for the time being puts the Steamers another half game closer. 2-2. Foul back. Coming into the day, a 2.5 back of Tarboro River Bandits, Greenbrier Collegiate League Eastern Division. River Bandits, since only 3 teams in the division, no divisional action for them right now. Is a called third strike. Kaufman struck out back-to-back to open this 7th inning.
Yeah, Webb is not happy, but someone who is, Ben Kaufman, that curveball is filthy tonight. I'm not sure what he might have worked on in the 30-minute lightning delay, but if so, I'm going to have to ask him. Quite the adjustment tonight.
Adjustment, whatever it is, definitely looking good. You're right about that, Adam, as he gets another one painted on the outer portion of the plate. 0-1, Carter Johnson at bat, 1 for 2 with a walk. And ground ball to shortstop. Bruno fields it clean. The throw to first, and that's a victory for your Steamers. 1-0 on the day. There's another one coming up after this. They overcome an early start from the Knights and a lightning delay to win this one 6-5. Kaufman closed the door. Brandon gets the W, and Joe Haney gets the headline with a 3-run home run to give this team the lead. Adam, summarize it for us.
Well, the bullpen, Daniel Brandon couldn't quite get it done in terms of pitch count, so Ben Kaufman said, I'll take care of that, shut the door, and then Joe Haney coming up clutch. And my last point, Marshall McDonald, giving the team a talking to in the 5th inning, said lock it in, and they did just that.
They did just that. The doubleheaders this season have been a struggle for this team. They're 7-3 in standalone games in the division, 3-5 coming into this one, now 4-5 in doubleheader games. To get this first one, you say it every time we have a doubleheader. It means so much sending you into the locker room. Where do you think they're at mentally?
Well, yeah, it's a great mental spot, but I tell you what they're also feeling mentally is that if they don't win game 2, this game 1 has no meaning. So they're going to need to finish the job. It ain't over till it's over. Or as I once said, it ain't over till Mustang sings.
6-5 victory, Steamers over the Knights. They improved to 11-8 in the division, 17-12 overall. And if you want some more Steamers action, you don't have to wait very long. We'll be back in about 30 minutes with another stream, another game happening tonight. It's back-to-back days of doubleheaders starting today. The second game coming up against the Knights. Aiden Kuehl will take the mound. Adam Fine, myself, Ray Dunn will be there with you